Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Walking the Blunt Blade. I'm Oliver. 3 days ago, I had an altercation with my neighbours. Oh dear. Sad. They're my direct neighbours. They're only young girls. But anyway. So, people unfortunately don't realise I come from an aggression management background. I don't know why people don't realise it's what I've done for the brunt of my life. And I've seen more aggression, violence, bullying, harassment, and challenging behaviours than, a lot of the population could hope to go through. So I have my limits as everyone else. I hadn't reached those limits with the girls next door yet. But a quick history. So since they've moved in, they've been lovely enough, I guess. They're just young, smoke a lot of pot, whatever. Single mums. And I've tried to be the good neighbour. Now, I'm not a perfect neighbour. I come with all types of, hiccups, like loud music, etc. No one's a perfect neighbour, no one's a perfect human being, I guess. That's my excuse. But I've tried to be a good neighbour, right? So I've had them message me during all times of the day and night for things as simple as, do I have sugar, or can they have a cigarette, or come and fix my fire alarm. I've been there to tell them, like, you left your car doors open, like they're a little bit mindless, yeah? You've left your car doors open, or there's your house keys hanging out of the front door. So, I don't know, and then some months ago, neither of them decided to talk to me because I called one of them rude, and it's a long, complex story, and reality is she was rude. Either way, so I've made a request numerous times, like, could you cut your hedge? Could you stop your dog barking? Just a couple of little things, and again, not stop, but I'm there to help. I'm willing to offer support. I've got books, DVDs. As it is, I ended up cutting the hedge. So, yeah, and more importantly, I guess, could you kind of stop your kids destroying certain sections of my front yard, and cleaning up the driveway, because things blow into my side of the driveway. So I made those requests a couple of times, again, offering to help where I can. I never got a response, so I think it was 3 days ago, or 3 nights ago, 3 days ago, I sent them a text, just reiterating, like, it'd be appreciated if you could. I have asked, and anyway, I got blasted by both of them at the front door. It reminded me of being married again, or working in a psych ward. Like, I've been both married and worked in a psych ward. It was phenomenal. And the reason I'm telling this story is because it's important, especially when you're met with aggression, just to stick to the pocket of the argument, yeah? You got to stay on point. So there were all these accusations thrown at me, I'm this and I'm that, and maybe I should do this with my life and that with my life. And, I tried to duck and weave all that, including one of them trying to spit on me. Wasn't a good shot, but I did put my hand over my beer at the time. And I said, look, calm down. The points are this. And that's what one of them finally concluded. And she said, well, what's the point of all this? I said, well, I've told you on text, but I've also told you personally, if you can do X and Y, that's a pretty good start, and we'll get along just fine. It made me wonder, like, this was so vicious. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't scared for my life or anything, but it was so vicious. It made me wonder why people would want to have, or men would want to have multiple wives. Fuck that. Oh dear. Anyway, so when we go into debates, and politicians obviously don't get this, unfortunately, and I try and teach my son, like, don't become one of these stupid people. When people talk to you or they present an issue, stick with the issue. Don't waver off and make excuses. Don't go on the personal attacks. It doesn't do anyone any good. Just stick to the pocket of the argument. And when you've done that, you know you've won the argument, debate, whatever you want to call it. Just duck and weave the rest of the crap. Again, I'm not unaccustomed to having people personally attack me because they don't like what I'm saying. I've done this professionally for years. It doesn't detract from the point, and the only way to move ahead in life is to work with that. So anyway, that's my message for this morning. When debating or arguing, stay on point. Stay on topic rather than off topic, as you may have seen on my channel. But that's not arguing. That's just two sad fellows getting drunk. Good morning, everybody.